Hello and welcome to Stories, the True and the Fictional. Today we have Ryan with us. Ryan's back. How are you, Ryan?
Hi, I'm back, even though I'm on every single episode. So yes, hello.
Hey, I've done a few interviews without you yet.
Oh, yeah.
But today we have a guest all the way from Mumbai. How are you?
Hi, thank you so much for having me here. I'm super excited. I'm doing good. How are you, Jamie? How are you, Ryan?
We're very
Good, going well.
Well, just to kick us off, do you want to tell our listeners who you are and just about your life in general?
Yeah, of course. So I'm from Mumbai, India, and I'm a Bollywood actress. I just, I had my debut film that released last year in the pandemic. So I'm very excited about that. It's doing well. I love writing, and last year in the lockdown, I actually started my writing career. But I have been I've been a block writer for a lot of years now. So finally, I was able to write and finish my novel, and now I'm preparing to release it this year, hopefully this month. As Jamie said, I should do it on the 14th of Feb because it's a love story.
Exactly.
That sounds good. So, and that's it. That's my life. So pretty much I'm an artist in every way, I think, right now.
Yeah. Well, that's
Excellent.
amazing. My sister is very much into Bollywood, all the Bollywood stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is she also joining us today?
No, not today. No.
Okay.
She's been trying to get me to watch a movie called The Three Idiots for a very long time. If you've heard of.
And it's a very old movie, so I think it's been a very long time since she's been asking you to do that.
Yes, she has.
And you still haven't? Have none of you watched the Hindi Bollywood movie?
I can't say I have, to be honest with you.
But
really? Okay, I'm going to leave a link to my movie. At least watch that.
Okay.
I can promise you that. I'll at least watch that one.
Thanks, Ryan. We got to put it together.
Consider it done. Well, we got some icebreakers we like to give all our guests.
Yeah.
Ryan usually takes the first one, but I'll take the first one this time. So
mix it up.
If you could get rid of one thing in the world, what would it be?
So I'm going or Ryan's going?
No, you. We're asking you. Yeah.
Okay, got it. I would, honestly, I know it sounds like a very made up answer, but I would get rid of poverty, because that's the only thing that really affects me when I see it. So It's not a Miss Universe answer. It's just a very genuine feeling.
Yeah. No, well,
I genuinely believe that.
3 of our guests have all said the same thing. So it's a common thread.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I think it just hurts you when you see it, and it's
Yeah.
all there on our roads. We can't do much about it. So
yeah. It's a good answer.
Excellent. Okay, so question number 2 is, tell us something that's on your bucket list, something that you want to do before you move on from this life.
It would be to travel the world. I haven't yet traveled the world, and I'm a travel buff. I'm a travel junkie, and I love traveling. So it's travel the world.
So COVID must have made your life a little bit hard then, if you love traveling, for the last couple of years.
Bit hard,
yeah.
But it did. But I ended up traveling India, and I got to see so many pretty places which I had never seen. So I made the most of it, but nothing like traveling the world. So
Excellent.
Wonderful. Well, tell us, what is your favorite sitcom?
Friends.
Yeah,
I'm
good
watching
choice.
it right now on Netflix.
Yep.
I watched it for the millionth time, and I continue to watch it. I don't think you can get better than Friends, but I do have a second favorite, if that's also allowed.
Yes.
It's Schitt's Creek.
Yes, good show. Yeah, very good show.
I love that. Yeah.
That's good. That's good if you want to just put it on. Friends is good if you want to laugh, but you also want to have those emotions and feelings and stuff. Whereas Schitt's Creek is just, if you just want to laugh your head off, is a great watch. So I'll agree with you on that one.
He is amazing. I mean, if you power through the first 2 episodes of season 1, it hooks you completely.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Have you seen that, Jamie?
No.
Sorry, have I seen?
Yeah, Eugene Levy and his son write that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
so
wrote
he's
it. Pardon.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So Eugene Levy you might know Jamie from American Pie.
Yep.
He was the dad in
Oh,
American
yeah.
Pie,
Yeah, the
and
dad.
then his son is also in Schitt's Creek
Yeah.
as his son in the show as well.
As his
So
son,
yeah,
yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Well,
Amazing.
Okay, question number 4 now. What is your zombie apocalypse plan?
Okay, so I would rather eat than be eaten. That's my plan. I'm sticking
Yep.
to it.
No.
Noble.
So you're saying that's it? I'm gonna just
Succumb.
turn into a zombie and eat everyone.
Why not?
I love it. Love
All
it.
right. Final question. Elon Musk calls you up and offers you to test drive his new electric time machine. What do you do?
First, I'm going to learn how to drive.
Yeah, that would be a good start. Yeah.
I can't say no to Elon, but I'm going to learn how to drive. So hopefully, yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
You don't know where you'd go?
If you tell me, no, wait, the question was, what are you going to do, right? So then
Yeah.
I'm going to first learn how to drive.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yep.
supposed to go somewhere in the time machine.
Yeah, well, you're given an opportunity.
Where would you go if you could go any era, any destination, any time? Where would you go?
I would go forward because I want to know what the future looks like. So I'm going to
Yep.
go way forward, probably like 200, 300 years from now.
Oh wow!
And I just want to see what it looks like. Yeah.
So you
That's what I
want to you wouldn't go maybe 5 or 10 years into the future and see your name in lights in all those movies?
No, because it's just one time. I'm going to get one opportunity. For 10 years, I can still see it. I don't
Yeah.
have to do a time machine for that.
Yeah, well, Elon
Very
Musk is
good.
a nice guy. And
You know
I'm
him?
sure.
Can you put in a word?
Well, he's very approachable from what I've heard, and he likes to get involved with people on Twitter. So
Great.
I
So
ju-
this is it. We're going to send him a link of this podcast.
I'll tag him in it. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. What do you say we move on to the topic at hand? You've got a book
Yep.
coming out.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us about
Very
that?
excited. So it's called A Hot Mess, #AF. And it's about a girl living in New York, scrubbing her way to stardom. And see, she happens to meet the billionaire, Damien DuPont. It has to be a billionaire.
Yeah.
In New
Yeah.
York.
Millionaires are so last year. You need a billionaire.
And now
Yeah.
we're like doing billionaire. And it's a nice romance between them, but then a mystery unravels. 18 years later, she stares in the eyes of a killer. And from there, it's just all about, like, she leaves a lot of love, tears in its wake. So a lot of secret identities and twisted plots and amazing best friends. So they have a great time together. So I've also put in a lot of friendship, love, laughter, funny banter, like exactly what we are having right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice conversations. It's a good mix, and I'm very excited about it. It's going to be my debut novel. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Excellent. Your first one's gonna be the one you always remember, and it's
Awesome.
gonna be the one that you're gonna go back to in 15 years when you've written 25 bestsellers and go, you know what, this started it. This started everything.
A hot mess started it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what?
And
Obviously, so you said you love traveling. You're based in Mumbai. So what made you choose New York as the setting for this book?
Because New York is amazing. I have been watching New York.
Mhm.
I've grown up watching New York, Gossip Girl, Sex and the City,
Mhm.
and all your the White Collar. Every amazing show is set in New York.
Yes.
So for my book, I could not think of another place. I did start with LA, but then I just was not feeling the vibe. It was not happening. And I shifted to New York, and the words flew because I guess that's what I really meant. I wanted my characters to be based in New York because I kind of resonate a lot with it. When I was in my college, I actually wanted to go study in New York. So it's something that is very close to my heart.
Well, that's
Even
a
my
good
second
reason to
novel
pick
is
some.
also based in New York.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to be a New York junkie.
No, and look, to be honest with you, a lot of people when they write their books and that we've spoken to, you know, they don't have some of them have a good reason on why they set their books and their stories in certain areas, but some of them will just pick a name out of a hat. So I always find it's a lot better. As you've said, you've grown up watching New York. It resonates with you. It brings out everything. So of course you're going to set your book there. So I think it's a good reason to have.
Great. It's a good
Definitely.
start.
You didn't feel like you could have chosen Sydney, Australia, or?
I've never been to Sydney, Australia. So yeah,
The next one.
Once I come
the
there,
next book. Yeah.
For me to really talk and write about a place, I have to be there. I have to live it. Otherwise, it just sounds so like LA. I've never been to LA. It was not working for me because I could not understand how I want to place it. So I've never been to Sydney, Australia. That's why I told you my bucket list is to travel the world.
There you go.
I've not been to a lot of places. My cousin is actually from Sydney.
Yep.
So I think I might just be visiting the place soon.
Well, that's a good excuse to, now that COVID's over, you can say, you can hit your cousin up for free accommodation. Say, I've missed you so much. Let me come to Sydney.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That worries me, he's got 2 small children, young.
Oh,
So
that's when you use the
excuse.
excuse. You go, you lock yourself in the bedroom and go, look, I need to write. And you can just lock yourself in the bedroom and just do what you want.
Yeah, but I'm going to definitely do that. Yeah.
Excellent.
When you come to Sydney, feel free to come into the studio. We'll record live and have another chat, and hopefully you got another book out.
That's going to be amazing. That's going to be amazing. I'm going to stay connected for this, and I'm going to first get my cousin, then come to your studio.
Yeah.
I'm already seeing the Spider-Man happening behind.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
That's
yeah.
actually...
Normally we both record at Jamie's studio, but just because it's of the time of the evening, I didn't have enough time to go from work to his house, so that's why normally we're both in the same room. But yeah, definitely, if you come to Sydney, you can come to the studio.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So is it the 2 of you who do the podcast together?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I'm actually on a podcast all the way in Australia.
Well, it goes 2 ways. We can't believe we're interviewing a Bollywood star. So
Is it the first time?
Yeah. Well,
we had a writer and director of a movie on last week. He's an Australian. Yeah, he made an Australian movie called The Legend of Ben Hur, which went into cinemas and has come out now on Blu-ray and everything. So we had a nice long chat with him. So we're expanding our interviewers. So it's with you, it's a bonus because we've got not only an author, but then also an actress as well. So it's 2 for the price of 1.
Oh, super.
Excellent.
Well, I want to talk more about your book, but now I'm more interested about your acting. Do you mind going into that? How did it start for you?
No? Yeah, let's go. How did it start? Now, about 10 years back, when I was in college, I was doing a lot of modeling. Because in India, 5'7" is actually considered a very good height.
Okay.
And I was 5'7". So I got into a lot of modeling. And from modeling, acting is a very natural, in India, it's not like how you have your Hollywood, you need to have a proper agents or you need to have a proper show reel. If you're new, you can just meet directors, meet casting agents, and you can get it. It's way easier than the Hollywood. But saying that, I had a long struggle period because it took me about 10 years before my debut film made it to the theaters. You also have a lot of small production houses or new production houses that make movies, but it never releases. Because releasing a movie is more painful than actually making a movie.
Yeah.
So I did about 5 films before my debut film. So, but none of them were released. And then this got released. So I don't know if you know about Amir Khan. He's a superstar in India, if you've heard about him. So this was opposite his younger brother.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So it's pretty excited, and it released during the lockdown, just when the theaters reopened. So our film was pretty much houseful for about 2 weeks in Bombay. Only in Mumbai, and now it's on an app called Epicon. So it's fun. Yeah, it's been a good journey so far. Of course, it comes with its fair share of struggles, but then I guess what doesn't?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, my local cinema, I come from a New South Wales a suburb of Sydney called Blacktown, and our cinema in the shopping centre, because we do have a large Indian population, they actually
nice.
show Bollywood movies in the cinemas alongside, your big Marvel movies and stuff like that. So I often see the standees in the cinema for it. So I do know that gentleman, Mr. Khan, you were talking about, because I've seen him in a few different yeah. So, but aside from that, my only other knowledge of Bollywood is Brett Lee, the Australian cricketer that was in a couple of Bollywood movies. That's about all I know at the moment.
Oh, yeah, I think he was.
Yes, he was. Yes, but that was
He
a very long time ago, probably well before your time.
I mean, no, I do remember him. I don't remember any movies, but yeah, now that you're talking about it, I have recollection about the fact that he was.
Oh, there you go.
So what is it? How come? So what makes you not see a Bollywood film? Just out of curiosity, I just want
Time. I'm a very busy man. I work 2 jobs, and I didn't mean to sound arrogant there. Like I don't have enough time to watch the shows and movies that I actually love. Then once life slows down a little bit, I might have a chance to sort of expand my horizons. It's not for the lack of trying. It's simply there's not enough hours in the day. And
that's true.
I just don't have enough time. I work in transport, so we work very, very, very long hours. So some days I could work 12, 13 hours a day. And then by the time I get home, make dinner, and I'm asleep on the couch. So I don't get enough time. So I definitely will be trying to expand my horizons as things slow down a bit now that COVID's sort of winding down.
Well, Ryan,
I mean, I've been watching all sort of films, every genre. I'm doing Korean, I'm doing, Japanese. I'm going everywhere. With Netflix, it's so, it's kind of broadened up our horizons. We can actually watch and expand our knowledge. So I think it's always great.
Oh, definitely.
But whenever you have the time, definitely see some nice Bollywood films.
I definitely will, as I said, at least check out your movie. And who knows, that might open up the door to say, you know what, I want to watch some more of these.
Perfect.
I'll tell you what, I'll make sure that me and him watch it together in the same room.
There you go.
Yes, that'll be amazing. And please do let me know when you all watch the film.
Exactly. And we'll make sure we let you know what we think.
Yeah. We can stay connected on Instagram. I mean, I'm guessing.
Yes, I found you on Instagram. When I was doing my research, I found you on Instagram, and I found your website, which told me, because Jamie didn't even know that you were a Bollywood actress, and I said, no, I've done the research. I can see that there was, you said you did one back in 2011. Was that one of the ones that didn't make the cinema?
2011.
It says here, is it Factory?
Oh, yeah, Factory.
Yes.
He's going through your IMDb.
I did my research, unlike Jamie. So there you go.
Hey, I do the scheduling, all right?
But going back to your book. Now, this is a question we generally try. The next couple of questions we like to ask authors, because Jamie himself actually we try and help out young authors and new authors, and we want to get the information out. And not everyone knows how to publish a book, or how to what the best way is to come up with a book. So first question of those, how do you choose your character names?
It kind of just flew somehow. I didn't really put much thought in it. I was just writing, and the names just kind of flew. I wanted names that sound a little different than your normal, names that are always there. And honestly, the character's name did not do any work. I just went in, I started writing, and it was on my screen.
Because we get a lot of people. Some people say they go to Google. So we've had a couple of fantasy authors on, and they say, I Google what are witch names, or, what are different people. Me personally, I've only ever written a few short stories when I was younger. I used to use my friends' names. I would just go, Yeah, or I would reverse them. So Bride and Jamie or something like that, or just make it a different variation of their names. But as I said, I haven't. It was a very long time ago. But yeah, I always like to ask that question because different people have different answers.
I don't know. I'm kind of good at making up names. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the names are the ones that I've used in my book. Either people will really like it or they just won't. It's okay. There's someone that I know who kind of didn't understand my main lead, her name. I said, no, it works. When you start reading it, you'll know it. It'll really work. And my guy's called Damien Dupont, D-U-P-O-T. It doesn't make sense, but then there's something very charming about his name when you start reading it.
Yeah,
exactly. And when you read the character and you get invested in their journey, you know, the name starts to flow a little bit easier through your head if you pick something that's not like a frequently used name. You start to feel for this character, and then it becomes more prevalent in your mind. So, yeah, I think that's a very good way to do it.
Yeah. So I'm wondering what your process was like with this book. Like, did the idea just pop into your head, and once you had it, did you map it out, or did you just kind of just write and then it all fell into place?
You know, since the time I actually started reading a lot about the writing process and the marketing process, it came across that there are apps where you can map out your characters, you can map out your stories, you can do all of that. I was not aware of it. Thinking back, would I have used it? I don't think so, because it was, I mean, probably the mapping is great. I've never tried it, so I don't want to knock on it. But I just don't see a romance novel with mystery. I mean, I don't know how to map it, really. The chapters and the story flew on its own. And when it did not, I shut the laptop, had a couple of glasses of wine, and tried to understand where I went wrong. You know? So for me, the mapping didn't work. The wine helped a lot. That was for my writer's block. But now the hard part was over. The writing, the book was over. Obviously, then I had to correct it. I had to give it to readers. I did all of that. Then came the marketing point. Now, for me, the marketing point, being an indie author, it was very difficult because so much had changed. It was a completely new area for me to understand. I mean, I am in social media, yes, but marketing a book is a completely different ball game altogether. So I didn't understand a lot of things that people were talking about. So I joined a lot of groups. Like, that's where I met you, Jamie, when I mailed you. I saw your podcast and I was just like, let me get into it and try to understand what people are doing. Reading about their lives and what they did really helped me try to understand what I should do. That's where I took it from. I try to learn from other people, their life and their stories, and to make it mine. And let's see. I mean, I don't think anyone can do everything. I don't think I'll be able to do that. I'll definitely get some marketing help. But from what I can understand is, I think I know now what I'm supposed to be doing in terms of marketing, going to sites that have a lot of subscriptions that you can pay for and they send out in the newsletter, then try to do some free promotions and obviously just get the word out. And once I see that my sales and all are working, then I'll probably get a few articles out in my in the newspaper or something, or get onto the radio or do something like that.
Excellent. Now the next question we like to ask, and this, I know you are a first-time author, but what advice? Obviously, you've just spoken about marketing, which is fantastic. But what advice would you give to our listeners that are, perhaps thinking about writing their first book or writing their first, short story, or being, what advice would you give to them, seeing as you've completed your book?
I think the only advice I can give them is just keep writing, keep going. There will be a lot of roadblocks where you will feel that your book is not making any sense. I mean, I felt like that. So I come from a place I just felt like, is this really working or is this something happening? But then it all comes together. Just keep working and keep going. And there'll be a time when, you will write the end right there. The feeling you get when you finish that is amazing. It took me about 15 years to reach this point where I've finished a novel. I've got a lot of I've got a lot of books, I've got a lot of stories, which I have just left writing because after my third chapter, I would get a mind block and I didn't know what to do. And then I would just leave it because it felt hard. It felt difficult. And I was just like, what? I've got something else to do. I've got something better to do. I don't think writing is my game. But then after 15 years, I actually finished a book. So I think writing is probably my game.
And look, that's what you've got something to be proud of. You finished it. It's now going to get a chance to get out into the world. And, you can say, hey, I did it. It doesn't matter if it took you a year, 15 years, whatever, you got it done. And at the end of the day, that's the best thing about it.
That's the best thing about it. But
Exactly.
So what I had done when I started writing this book, I actually went on a website or an app called Wattpad.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So out there, I started putting chapters wise because it was a lockdown. I really didn't have much to do. So I thought, let me take the story the way it comes and start writing it there. And then I hit a roadblock. I left it. Life opened up, work happened, and then I completely forgot about it. And then my mom, she wants me to write. So she's always the one who's been my pusher. She pushes me to do a lot of things. So she told me, Roaleey, what is happening with your story? Go on Wattpad and check. And when I went there, I saw so many people had viewed my story and then were commenting, what happened next? What happened next?
Yeah.
So that was exciting. I quickly took the book down from there. I was like, I need to finish it.
And that's the good thing about where we are in the world when it comes to technology. You can do something like I was familiar. I've been on the app and the website for quite a bit, and it's useful for writers to put up a couple of chapters or a chapter and get some feedback and go, okay, well, maybe I need to go this way or the, and how it would have felt so good after coming back to it and seeing all of these people just wanting more. You're on the right track.
And because people just don't write good comments on Wattpad, they're pretty brutal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Very brutal. They're not one of those nice kind of people who are like, oh, I don't think it's working. It's not working. Don't do that. Okay.
Because at the end of the day, most of it are other authors. Like you will get the occasional person who just goes on there to read, but the majority of the people that use that app and website are authors or aspiring authors. So that's the feedback you want.
And that's the feedback you want. And they give it to you. So, and that's what kind of made me go like, okay, I think I have something good here. I should now concentrate on it. And after that, there's no looking back. I went all the way. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I know this might be way in the future, but are you working on anything at the moment? Is there a follow-up book to A Hot Mess or?
No, not to A Hot Mess, but I have another story already, which I'm writing.
Cool.
And so that's also set in New York. And it's about, it just kind of came to me, the story came to me. I didn't really think The Hot Mess could really be having a sequel to it. Yeah. And I don't want to pause something just because, and I know people are saying that the series worked better than a standalone book.
Yeah.
But just for that reason, if I don't see the story going somewhere, I don't think I can do it justice. Yeah. I don't know, will a sequel happen to A Hot Mess? But right now, there's already a second book in the pipeline. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. And you're right. You don't want to force something. There's nothing worse than reading an amazing book and then going, okay, we want more. And then have the sequel not live up to it. So, I support that 100%. You realize, okay, look, this story is done for the moment. Yeah. I can't speak to what's going to happen in the future. I'm going to move on to something different. And who knows, if it picks up, you might get some ideas writing this new book. Exactly. So that's a great way to think.
Yeah. So that's
excellent.
What I'm doing.
Okay. So the big question. You did mention that you want it to come out in this month. So when it does come out, where and when can we buy it?
Yeah. So first, I think I'm just going to be on Amazon worldwide. It's going to be an ebook on Amazon because I want to be everywhere. I just don't want to because of paperback issues and all. I want to just do an ebook on Amazon. Okay. With what I've been reading, if I'm just on Amazon, I can get into the Kindle program, the Kindle Unlimited program. And but it just needs to be on Amazon. So I'm good to do that. After about 90 days, I'm going to take it to draft and digital and get it out to other places.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. Now my website is also, it's going to be coming out soon. It's under construction. And on my website, I'm going to be having 3 free chapters to download, the first 3, which, if they like it, then they can just go buy it.
Yeah,
on Amazon.
Exactly.
I'm also going to have that provision. So if people want to see my writing, try to understand it, if they like the book, then they can just go to Amazon and buy it.
I think that's a good idea. Give people a chance. You give them a little taste for free, and then they want more, and then they go to it. And look, me and Jamie differ a little bit on this. I'm a digital reader, so I've got a Kindle and I've got my tablet that's got hundreds of thousands of books on there, where Jamie's more of a, you're more of a, I need the physical book. I just don't have the room for books. I've got action figures that need to be up. Okay. But I prefer to read it digitally, because then I can also, I read on my lunch break at work. I read at night in bed. So I honestly, I'll be keeping an eye out for it, making sure I pick a copy of it up once it's out.
Yeah, the problem
Thanks,
is
Ryan, definitely.
The problem is you can't sign a Kindle.
No, you can't.
Without upsetting people.
Yeah, I actually used to be like that. I would want a book in my hand, just how you are, Jamie. But then once the Kindle came and the tablet came, and it kind of, when you're traveling, it's just so much more easier to carry that than carry the 10 books that you want to read. Yeah. Then it becomes, I think it was a matter of convenience. The way with Ryan is, I think he can read during the lunch break. He doesn't need to carry so many books. It is just a matter of convenience then, because I finish a good book. If I love a book, I finish it within a couple of hours. I'm a very fast reader. So 100%. Then I'm thinking, look,
if I like a book, I'm probably going to buy a physical copy of it anyway. But I mean, for me personally, Kindle Unlimited is great because it's like Netflix for books. And but then some of the guests we've spoken to, I've read the book on Kindle Unlimited, and then I've gone and bought it because I want to support you guys as well. So it's great, and not everyone is. I find it more appealing to me to go, okay, I can click here and it's here already. Rather than going to Amazon and go, okay, I need to order it, and then it'll come to me in a couple of weeks. I might have forgotten about it by then. Yeah. But if I'm very impulsive. If I talk to someone like you and I'm like, I really want to read this book, click, bang, okay, I can start reading now.
We're done.
Yeah. So if I like it, I'll buy a hard copy.
No, that's good. That's good to know.
Excellent.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Roaleey.
Thank you, Jamie. This is amazing. I had a fun time. Yeah, thanks a lot, Ryan. Thank you, Jamie.
Do you want
Thank you very much, and we'll make sure we'll share the link to you when this is going live.
Yes,
we
I will
post it all over Facebook. Yeah.
I'll just email Jamie the same email that we have been using for our correspondence with all the links, and when my website is live, everything. So I think it'll just be in one place, and you can have the
wonderful.
Great. And let us know once the book goes live, and we'll also promote it on our social media as well.
I don't think it's going to go live on 14th Feb, to be honest, because I still want to do a little bit more marketing before, because now my website is going to be ready. So I want to push my website a little bit, get some newsletter, whatever, get some subscribers. But it's going to be in Feb for sure. I like the whole Valentine aura that Feb has. Cupids are always there in Feb. So I definitely want that. Probably not 14th, but I'm looking at a little later date. Yeah. But I'll keep you guys informed for sure.
That'd be great. Yeah, so definitely.
Just for our listeners, is there a place they can follow what you're doing? Like, have you got the socials? Have you got a website?
Yes. Yeah, I have set up the socials just for this. It's called Roaleey Ryan Author. I mean, that's just for the book. Even the Facebook is the same, Roaleey Ryan Author, and even Twitter is Roaleey Ryan Author, and my website is roaleeyryan.com. But the website is under construction. Within 2 days, it should be live.
Wonderful.
Well, we'll put a link to that in the show notes as well. So when people,
it's going to be launching with the trailer of the book.
Oh, cool!
Excellent,
awesome. Well, you seem very excited.
No, we'll definitely put a link to it. We'll put a link to it in the show notes so that people can follow it. Because by the time this comes out, the website should be up if it's going up in the next couple of days. So yeah, and that way people can jump on.
I'll mail Jamie with all my links today itself. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. Well, it's lovely to chat with you, and we wish you all the success with the book, A Hot Mess, which is coming out soon.
Thank you, and all the best with your podcast. It was amazing.
No
and
worries.
I'm going to see you guys soon. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks, Ryan.
Anytime you want to come back on,
yes,
I'd love to have you.
Oh, great.
So,
I'm excited.
Yeah. No, well, I think me and Ryan might think that maybe once we watch your movie, we can get you back on and talk about all the behind the scenes and stuff.
Perfect. So I will also leave a link to the movie where you all can watch it.
Wonderful.
Download the app.
Sounds great to me. Sounds like we've got another episode in the pipeline.
Guys. I had so much fun. Thank you so much.